it's your girl Adriana back at it with another video. And you know what that means? It's Forensic Friday, episode 2. Welcome back. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video that I have for you guys today. It's a little psycho, but before I get started, happy Friday. And I wanted to say, I hope you guys are all doing well. And I want to know how your day or how your week was. So if you guys can comment down below in the comment section how your day or week was. For me, I had a pretty good day. I'm gonna let you all know. I've been dieting, eating pretty healthy. And one of my coworkers that's been working from home for a while, because most people are at my company, but me. He was like, wow, you're losing weight. Like, you're slimming down. And I was like, thank you. Made my whole day. Made my whole week possibly. It made me remember, like, on, what is it, TikTok, where she goes, and you think I'm skinny? But it was like, but you think I'm thin out. Anyway, I just want to share that with you guys about my day, because it made my day. I'm kind of happy. How am I supposed to talk about murders feeling all lean and trim, even though I'm not? Whatever. Anyways, yeah. So let's get on with the video. Today I have a really creepy case for you guys that just blows my mind. It blew my mind when I heard about it. This person was on we're gonna say F. Don't F with cats. Excuse me. Oh my god, I got heartburn. It was on Don't F with Cats. And today we're going to be talking about Luka Magnotta. Creepy. I usually show pics throughout the video, but I'm going to show it now because for me, I've said this multiple times, it's always in the eyeballs. You could tell in the eyes that somebody's just not right. So I'm going to show you guys a series of pictures right now. Look at it. Look at the eyes. It's in the freaking eyes. It's in the eyes, right? Eyes. Oh, it's so scary. Oh, like, it's in the eyes, y'all. It's in the eyes, right? Or is it just me? No, it's not just me. It's in the eyes. Anyways, let's get on with the video and let's get talking about Luka Magnotta. Also, that series is on Netflix, which I'm surprised a lot of people don't know about it because I've been asking people like, oh, you know the series? And they're like, what are you talking about? I would watch it. It's really good. Don't F with Cats on Netflix. It's intriguing. It's a whole documentary about this case and this person. So I'm gonna explain to you guys. Luka Magnotta, originally born as Eric Clinton Kirk Newman. He's a Canadian murderer who was convicted of killing and dismembering Chinese international student Jun Lin's body before he mailed out the hands and feet to elementary schools and federal political party offices. Also made a video, and the video of the murder was posted online in May 2012. So that's what he went to jail with. And I just want to talk a little bit, I try to talk a little bit about the murder. Before I get into that, I also want to say that today's look's going to be very dramatic because this murder was very dramatic. Murderer was very dramatic. He's a very dramatic man. I'm acting like he's dead, but he's still alive. He's in prison. Luka is a very as time goes on, I think if you guys did your own research and looked him up, you know he's very dramatic, and you'll learn that in this. So I'm going to make a very just dramatic, chiseled look for you guys today. That's still me. So yeah, we're going to do peaches today. A little peach look to go with our name, I guess. That being said, let's get started. I already told you guys the storyline. I'm just going to talk a little bit about who Luka was. Luka was a pretty troubled guy. He was just known as the dude in high school that didn't really interact with people. He was kind of a nobody, even in his town. That's kind of how he went by. He had a lot of trouble in his home, and his parents ended up splitting up later on in life, like as he was a child. And then he ended up moving with his grandparents, where he had also issues there. That being said, I think because he was kind of known as a nobody and just seeked that love and attention that he didn't get, he seeked for it all the time online. Online was a really important thing to him in his young adult ages. And at this point, he ended up meeting a young girl. Let me just look at my little jagged notes, because that was my other ones at work. He ended up meeting a girl in 2005 and becoming really good friends with her, this woman. And she was mentally ill, and she had the mental capacity, like mental age of an 8-year-old girl. Luka ended up stealing her identity to apply for credit cards and spent over $10,000 worth of goods. And later on, Luka became $17,000 in debt and declared bankruptcy in 2007. But for this crime, he ended up in like scamming. He ended up with 3 counts of fraud and ended up going to jail. So later on, and he had, I think, probation. I don't know. After that, it kind of just goes downhill for Luka, because Luka really wants to become famous at this point. You know, he's craving the fame, like so many of us are, really. I just think he looks at it the wrong way. So Luka at this point is craving, you know, to be famous. And it's not really working out the way he had hoped. You know, he's an escort and he's a male model. I'm gonna put this down for this. Male model in his eyes. So he goes out of his way, and he kind of goes out and parties, like not a lot, but you know, tries to meet people. It doesn't really work out for him. So he sticks out to that like online life, and yeah, just chilling, and continues with his male escorting. And for a while after all that happened, and he was not doing so hot, he ended up changing his name from Eric Clinton to Luka Rocco Magnotta. And this is where we get into it, like, you know, now Eric's done for, and we're Luka now. And this is, I think, where things start to get a little psycho for Luka. You know, he starts to try and get attention. He tries to become famous like he wants. And it's just not planning out. Luka goes to a few casting calls. He tries, my hair is in the way. He's trying at this point to pretty much make it happen. He's trying to make his dreams happen and become a famous model. And he becomes a little bit obsessive, and he makes this whole profile for himself after the failed attempts to, you know, become a model for different companies. And after his casting calls fail, he tends to go a little hammer, makes thousands, if probably not hundreds of thousands, different Facebook accounts and different online profiles, like fan accounts and stuff like that. And he makes random videos of himself as well, which I find super creepy. He makes these videos online and just glamorizing who he is as a person, and the model that he is, and how hot he is. He really thinks he's really attractive. He does plastic surgery and stuff. He's a little bit of an addict for that. And it ain't working out. Sis is really trying. Sis has spent his coin, and it ain't working out. So later on, this is where that show, Don't Fuck With Cats, comes in place. Luka ends up, you know, I don't know what really happened, because I think that show does go into depth, but when you look up Luka and everything, I haven't watched that show for a while. I don't really exactly know why, but Luka, this is why I hate him so much. I don't hate him, I hate him. He starts killing random cats, like just little kittens. He starts killing the first one. He put 2 of them in a bag, and he just, off with your head, child. He put the 2 kittens in a bag, and in a vacuum sealed bag, and vacuumed them to death. And these spiraled online, and there's a huge Facebook community I did not know about for cats. You know, it's just kind of like your Chihuahua community or your Pitbull community. I'm part of both. And it's little clubs, and it had about 11 people, I think, in it, and that they ended up seeing that and getting furious. So they end up getting furious, and they end up kind of searching. You have thousands of people after those 11 and different groups searching for who Luka is. They're like, what the heck? Who's this animal killer? Like, it's just disgusting to everybody, which I don't blame them. And so these people are kind of spending their time trying to figure out who Luka is, what's up, who's this animal abuser. And Luka plays this cat chase and sends another video later on as these people are trying to figure out who he is. They're literally dissecting every single part of his of Luka's videos. They're taking like small things, like a picture on the wall or like a type of door handle, and searching that and then trying to figure out where the make's from, who has it, how many places have that, and narrowing it down that way. So at this point, that's just what they're doing. You have these people online, and I think it's mainly these two people, like I think John, and I don't remember the girl's name, but mainly these two people. And time goes on, Luka ends up posting another cat video, and again posting another cat video, and there's a series of these cat videos, and there's one of him putting a kitten and letting a python eat it. There's another one of him putting a kitten on a broom or whatever and drowning it. Like, these go on and on and on. It's just horrific. I didn't watch those videos. They do, I think, show them in the, I'm not exactly sure if they show them in Don't F With Cats, but I just covered my eyes anytime I thought something bad was going to happen. So I don't know, but it goes on like that. And it just continues and continues and continues that way. And so as this is continuing, these Facebook, detective people are so in depth of so in depth when it comes, oh my God, I can't speak today. When it comes to looking for Luka, they're really trying to figure out who this dude is that's killing these little kitties. And they're not having great luck. These people search for about a year and a half. Like, that's a lot of searching. They're doing it like every day. They're like, we need to find him. And it comes to the point where they do find him, and they get little hints from Luka and everything, and they find out who Luka is, and they go into the part where they really are, they already know, okay, that I can't even say much more about it. Like, they already know who Luka is, and they try to inform police. They're like, hey, we have the crazy animal killer here. We have the cat killer, and, we don't want this to get any further. We don't want this to get into a human killing. You guys need to catch him. Here's his location, and it didn't, can you guys search him or something? And police didn't do anything. And I'm kind of still mad about that. Police just didn't do anything. And I get that they say, oh, we can't help until proven blah, blah, blah. But somebody died over this. And after that, these people kind of just watched from an angle, and then Luka just kept them in the loop. And then he just kept keeping them in the loop until one day he ended up showing them. He ended up posting these things online about one lunatic and one ice pick. He kind of broadcasted it. He talked about this video that was coming out, and he talked about, I'm going to put the letter here, but he put a letter out. Well, he put multiple emails, but he put an email out to the broadcast, I think it was news anchors or something like that. When he went there and confronted them and said, that's not me, blah, blah, blah. When they had all these pictures about him saying, I think this is a local cat killer. He went out there and he said, that's not me. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Later on, they believe that he emailed them, because they did get emails saying that, my next video is going to have humans in it. You guys will see it up there. Excuse me. And they got kind of nervous. They reported this to police, and nothing happened again. So after that, again, you have these Facebook investigator people. They're actually just like normal people like you and I. But these people just kind of chilling, waiting, wondering what's going to happen. And they just kind of don't know what's happening. So one day they open up another little Facebook thing. They're thinking, oh God, not another fucking cat video. Another stupid ass cat video. And this time, I hate to admit, it was not a cat video. As bad as that sounds, I don't want it to be a cat, or I just don't want it to be anything, but it wasn't another freaking cat video like everybody was expecting. This time it happened to be the killing of Jun Lin. Rest his beautiful soul in heaven, wherever he's at. I'm sure he's in heaven, but rest that man's soul. You could just tell he was a sweetheart. And it was his video of one lunatic and one ice pick. People were kind of like, they didn't expect this. They expected another stupid cat video. A stupid video. Again, And they didn't get that. So at this point, they informed the police, and now the police is like, oh shit, you know, we should have taken those people seriously. We'll go find Luka McNabb now. Where with his lunatics at? And at this point, after Luka kills Junlin, which I'm gonna explain how he killed him, because the killing was brutal. So Luka kills Junlin, and first they ended up meeting because Luka made a Craigslist ad saying he wanted to meet a hot male, showed himself, and, you know, said he was a model, whatever, and wanted to meet a male in exchange for bondage and sex. So that's how he met Junlin. And the exchange student took him to his place and killed him and had sex with his body, dismembered the body, and went on his merry way to cut the body pieces and send the hands and the feet to elementary schools and political parties' houses and stuff. And then left the corpse, like the body part, to rot in the suitcase, and he left it outside of his apartment and then fled his apartment. And the body wasn't found, like the torso wasn't found till later, because the torso, he left it in a suitcase. It was too big to fit in the the suitcase was too big to fit in the garbage can. Why was that so hard for me to think of? It was too big to fit in the garbage can, so he ended up leaving it outside and just kind of leaving it there. And the garbage man ended up leaving it there too, because again, it was too big. Later on, the garbage man ended up finding it, opening it, and was like, oh shit. And that's how it got reported, that was found. And then those people got their hands and their feet, sadly. And that's kind of how that happened on that end. And at this point, Luka fled Canada. He was from Canada. This all happened in Canada. He ended up fleeing Canada and going to Europe. And then he became, Luka became an Interpol Red Notice, meaning like an international alert. So he's an international alert, like a wanted person internationally though. Who, you special boy. Internationally wanted person at this point. And they have all these footage of him trying to travel. And the only reason Luka got caught from this was because his crave for fame was so big. Like I can't even tell you guys more about the story. Sorry if it blurred out. My phone told me that it's annoying in it's 30%. Anyways, I don't know if that's what, okay, I do know that Luka's crave for attention is what got him caught, thankfully. Because of his crave for attention, he ended up in an internet cafe in Europe. I believe it was Europe. And they ended up finding him and catching him and putting him in jail. And then ended up transferring him later on. And that, he literally only got caught because he had to go into this internet cafe to see what people were saying about him and see the news about him. It's crazy. So that's, I don't know, it's just the whole thing, you know, it's just crazy to me. That whole case is crazy to me based on the fact that he went through the effort to be this animal killer and drag these people on, and then later on at the end of his trial wanted to claim that he was, you know, not guilty, that some person named Manny, which there is absolutely no trace of a Manny being alive, or just there's no trace of a freaking Manny. He wants to claim that this person, Manny, forced him to do it, forced him to kill the cats, forced him to kill Junlin, and that's not the case, bro. You killed that man. And later on in his trial, wanted to say, you know, I'm guilty, wanted to plead guilty, and wanted to say that he's mentally ill. He had a lawyer for that, which that lawyer really wanted to plead that he is guilty as well, and say, you know, my client is mentally ill. Yes, your client's mentally ill, but that man's sick. Okay? And overall, the courthouse did something good this day. It declared him guilty, gave him a 25-year no parole sentence. And sis is in jail. And I would say rotten away, but sis got married. Any of y'all having trouble with men or women, you're going to find someone. If Luka Magnotta, as psycho as he is, could find somebody, you can too. Off topic, but yeah, that's kind of that story and how I would watch if I were you guys. I would watch Don't F with Cats. It's really good. It goes more into depth about this story, this specific story. It doesn't, you know what makes me mad though about that series, that documentary, is they don't really talk too much about John Lynn or I'm so sorry. That's so disrespectful. I don't mean to call him John. It's so, Jun Lin, they don't really talk about him. It's just like, okay, he killed Jun Lin. Here's Jun Lin. That's it. And I really dislike that because Jun Lin was a person you could just tell, like, obviously as a person, but he was just, you could tell, a nice guy. He was just trying to live his life. He was happy and he was living his new life in Canada. He was sending his mother pictures every day, and he was really just trying to make friends, meet new people, fall in love like everybody wants to. And it just sucks to me that we don't know much about Junlin, and the media decided to focus mostly on Luka. And I understand because of the crime, but that shit's just not fair to me, in my opinion. I feel like they really should have spoken just a little bit more about Junlin, told us a little bit about his character, a little bit more, besides him just being a nice guy. It makes me kind of sad. Like, this poor dude was in college. He was trying to live his life, do the best, and that happened to him. And oh my God, it just makes me mad that this is how people know Junlin, by some stupid, crazy psycho dude murdering him. I have no conclusions on this because I really just don't feel like this dude has any remorse. I really don't feel like he has any remorse. He's living his best life, moved on. And he probably doesn't even think about Junlin and how he murdered that poor man at all. It's crazy to me how that all happened. But it happened. I mean, I don't know. I want to know what you guys think about this story. I don't know. I really, really am upset about it. Like, it makes me upset that Junlin, wasn't, he was dismembered, and then I'm so bad. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm like all disorganized. But Junlin, they don't even really talk about him even in the documentary. And Junlin is just known for being spread around the internet, dead, head cut off, body chopped up. Luka even had sex with him, with his dead body. Like, what? I don't know. That's just flabbergasting. That's so bleak to think about. It just makes me upset that this is how this poor dude is known and freaking died. Anyways, that's just upsetting. Like, not how it should be. It really isn't. This dude shouldn't have died that way. And I was watching a video of his dad, and his mother's actually, I don't know about now. I don't know if his mother's still alive. I should have researched that. But I will put that in the comments if I could find it, or up here on the video. But his mother got very ill, had to quit her job after her son passed away. That's just so depressing to even think about and know. But I'm just, wow. It's just insane to me. But What can you do? So that being said, I'm going to put foundation on my face and come right back, because I'm just going to use my normal foundation. That is the Fit Me Matte Poreless. This is my normal right now, Toffee Caramel. So I'm going to put this on my face and I'll be right back for you guys. So in this part, I ended up speeding it up. I didn't have much else to say about the case because I do agree with the verdict. So I just speeded it up just so you guys could see how I'm going to do the contour, because I did want to make it a little bit more dramatic than my usual. I don't usually contour and highlight this much. It's a little bit more dramatic for me. I understand it's not for you guys, but I just want to do that because Luka was a very dramatic person. So I want to do something a little bit more dramatic, hence the lashes and the heavy contour. So yeah. So this is the completed look. I am in awe. I love it. I love the eye look. I actually really like the heavy contour because it's not something I typically would do. But I really like it. I really, really like the contour in the nose and everything. I like this lip color mix. Probably gonna do it more often. Yeah, so this is the finished look. I'm going to end up speeding up that end part for you guys where I do the contour and stuff, because I don't have much else to say about this case. This case was pretty quick in the sense that it was like things happened and it was pretty planned, and I don't really have much of a conclusion because I'm really glad that he is in prison. Luke D'Amata deserves prison. I hate to even give him a little bit of shine with this video, even though many people won't see it. That being said, I would like to give my undivided attention and just so much love and positive energy to this family, even though it's been a few years since this murder. It's something that's probably never going to go away. Honestly, I hope that the family is doing well. I hope that the mother is doing well and the father's okay and the sister. I just hope everybody in Jin and Lynn's family is doing well. That is just so horrible, and I just that's all I can really say about the case. I am going to show a few pictures of Jun Lin because he just seemed like a really, really happy person. And I hate that he's remembered this way. So, yeah. That being said, this is Forensic Fridays. This is episode 2. Again, I'm sorry that it's a little all over the place. I'm still trying to figure this out, and myself. But I hope you guys really like this look, and I hope you guys liked this video. I think you guys really should check out, you know, Don't F With Cats, and look up Luka yourself. The whole thing is just psycho. It's a roller coaster, because they do go into that more. In that and Don't F With Cats, they go more into the whole cat hunt and the search and the cat videos. As in here, I just went into the murder of Jun Lin. I kind of wanted to focus more on that, being that everywhere else focuses on the fact that these online amazing FBI, they're not really, but FBI found out all this information about him through search and Google search. So, yeah, I really do hope that Jun Lin's family is doing well. That being said, I hope everybody had a really good Friday today, and yeah, have a good one. Bye guys, and make sure to subscribe. And quick little note, if you guys want to see more of me besides this channel, I do post on Instagram looks that I don't film as well, so make sure to go there and see other looks and get inspiration. Also, I would like different comments of not only your day, but let me know what else you'd like to see on this channel. Bye guys.